Peace, love, and light, family, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Ty, and I'm super happy to have you. Hopefully, you'll take a look around, like what you see, and hit the subscribe button. If you're returning, thank you so much for joining me again. I truly appreciate all of the love and the support. Hopefully, you've already subscribed to the channel. You guys, if you're new to tarot and you don't know how this works, it is a general reading, so everything won't resonate. Please take only what resonates, leave the rest for somebody else. Also, keep in mind that roles are interchangeable, and you should place yourself and everybody in your story where you know they belong, because only you know where they belong. Okay, so we're gonna get right into this. We're gonna pull for the energy of this new moon in Virgo and see what it's bringing in. I've been sitting here meditating on the energy for a while, and I was like contemplating whether or not to, get into a reading with oracle decks, and I'm just gonna go in with the tarot because I don't want it to be too long. Okay, so yeah, let's get into it. I call my spirit guides, divine creator source, all of the archangels to guide and protect me and assist me with delivering the messages to the collective as best as possible. Let's get into it. Spirit, what messages? No, give me the whoa. Ooh, Three of Swords came out in the reverse. Healing going on. Healing. I love to see it, right? We're getting over all of the things that disappointed us, all of the people who disappointed us. We're releasing things, right? Because forgiveness is how you move forward. You forgive not, for the other person, but for yourself, right? That's the only way to really heal, is to find forgiveness, okay? And forgiveness is love, right? Spirit, give me the energy for the collective. Let's see what's going on with you, collective. Give me the current energy for the collective right now. How's the collective feeling? Give me the current energy for the collective. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. All right. Page of Pentacles, Two of Wands, and the World. Page of Pentacles, Two of Wands, and the World. So I feel like somebody here, right, the collective you, it seems like somebody here is right now just doing a lot of thinking, a lot of planning, a lot of looking toward the future, right? Because we are closing out chapters with the World card. This is literally closing out a cycle. I feel like the energy of the collective right now is that you know that something is closing out. You know that life as you've known it is shifting. You can feel it, even if you don't have like the signs, like you don't, even if you aren't acknowledging the signs because, you're in your head about something. But the signs are there and things are changing. And I feel like in the heart of, the spread right now, the Two of Wands is planning, trying to make a decision on how to move forward, right? Like what is next? Bottom of the deck is the King of Swords. So yeah, just really seeking clarity and direction. What else? What else about how the collective is feeling right now? The Page of Swords. Yeah, I feel like either you, collective, are watching someone or again, trying to get information. Ooh, the Empress. All right, this is pretty. Hang on a second. So I feel like some of you might be trying to figure out how to make your next move, right? Whether it be that you are making the move because you want to transition somewhere or because you want to make a move towards somebody. Now, if this is not your energy, then this is the energy of someone who has you on their mind or who is watching you. It could be someone on social media, but somebody is looking at you, learning you, or trying to learn you, right? Trying to figure out how to come in with the Knight of Wands and communicate how they feel about you, okay? This is with respect to love. For some of you, this is just you trying to figure out when to make this move toward whatever it is that you want to accomplish, all right? Some of you actually want to move. Some of you, might just be planting seeds, right? So starting new projects, starting new jobs, or new goals, right? Bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Cups. For some of you, this is taking the next step, in a relationship, right? Closing out a cycle where maybe with the Page of Pentacles, you really weren't committal, or, you know, you just weren't trying to move to another step. And I feel like right now you're really doing a lot of thinking, a lot of reflecting on what it is that you want when it comes to family, when it comes to love, when it comes to just having that life partner, okay, with that Empress there, right? Somebody that you love, somebody that you want to do life in, and whether or not you should invest in a certain person or situation. What is the Two of Wands? What is the collective planning or thinking about? What is the Two of Wands here for the collective? What is the Two of Wands here for the collective? The Ace of Cups. Yeah, so I feel like this is somebody who's really trying to figure out how to follow their heart, okay? How to go with their gut, go with their feelings, okay? So this, again, this could be something that you want to accomplish as far as, you know, work here, or just like a passion project. But I feel like this is pertaining to love, right? This is some sort of connection here, where I feel like you might view this person, or this person views you as somebody who's very caring, very nurturing, very loving. Also as somebody who just really exposes them to a different way of seeing things, a different lifestyle, just a whole new world, literally. With the Ace of Cups there, I feel like there are a lot of feelings here. Having the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords here, I feel like somebody here hasn't really taken action toward this person yet, or whether it's you taking action toward them or them taking action toward you. Right now, there's a lot of feelings, there's a lot of thinking going on, but I feel like with that Two of Wands there, somebody hasn't moved forward yet, even though there's a desire to move forward. As I say that, the Strength card is at the bottom of the deck, so somebody could be feeling a lot inside, but holding back a lot of those feelings. And it could be out of fear, okay? What is the World here? What is the World here? Thank you. Yeah, the King of Wands. So it could be, you know, that, you know, somebody is lacking the confidence to come forward to express themselves. The Seven of Wands here, you know, somebody is guarded. Okay, they have their guard up. And again, this could be, you know, from the experiences of the past, okay? Emperor. Oh my gosh, we got the Emperor and we got the Empress. That's a divine counterpart. So for those of you who are experiencing already this connection with somebody, you feel that this is somebody, this is just a different connection, like something very strong. You feel very pulled to this person. You feel like the person just gets you. It's almost like your energies click. And you know each other, you know, like it's like, you know, when you meet somebody and you're like, damn, it feels like I've known you forever. Okay. The Emperor and the Empress are divine counterparts. This is the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So again, yeah, there's a lot of love here, and a desire to invest in this, right? With the Eight of Pentacles. What are the blockages? Okay. Oh, wow. Strong Leo energy here. So, or just fire energy. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You might be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, or just may have a lot of fire in your chart. But yeah, I feel like somebody feels all of the feels, but they're holding back. But I don't see this person holding back for much longer. It could be you. It could be the other person. Okay. Place yourself where you see fit. Okay. But somebody here is like keeping a lot of their feelings to themselves. But I feel like if this is you, collective, then you are spending the time to reflect and really think about how it is that you feel and how you want to move forward. If this is not you, then your person is really trying to figure out what to do next. Like, what do I do with all of these feelings? And I feel like what's blocking you right now is that struggle, that inner struggle to keep, you know, how you feel to yourself. It's like trying to keep your composure. With the Emperor card here, right? You're somebody who's trying to stay grounded. You may not want to show, as well as the King of Wands here, right? You may not want to show that vulnerable side of yourself. It could also be that, you know, you have been single for a long time, or the King of Wands tends to be like, somebody who's in a relationship, you know, could be married or something like that, but does play the field. So it could be that you are struggling if you're somebody who's, if this could be you, this could be somebody else, right? Your person who's in a relationship or who's in some sort of commitment, and they're struggling with their feelings right now. You could be struggling with your feelings right now, okay, to figure out whether or not you are going to close out a cycle with somebody. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be married, but it could be somebody that you were with and you're trying to make a decision to follow your heart right now. But yeah, the King of Wands energy is somebody who's, you know, he's got the magic stick and, you know, and the girlies know it. And so it could be somebody who's trying to shift that. The Tower is coming out at the bottom of the deck, so this is a huge awakening, right? This could be something that is revealed to you or your person, and this is like upheaval, right? So this is an awakening that happens that's usually very abrupt, even if that is with the Sun here. That is like this realization, they get like this epiphany, and it's kind of like, you know, an aha moment, that kind of, it shakes them up. Yeah, so I see the Tower, I see the Moon. Wow, so something is coming to an end, because the Tower does talk about endings, okay? It talks about, you know, things crumbling down, basically, that were built on false or weak foundations. With the Moon card here, I feel like there's stuff going on that you may not know about or they may not know about. This could be situations within your home, or like, you know, if you're somebody who's in a relationship or dealing with somebody who's in a relationship, this could be issues within their home that you're unaware about, right? Because, you know, that situation could be very rocky, or just the person is now, you know, awakening to these new feelings and maybe wanting different things or seeking different things, and has a lot of fears pertaining to like this shift. But the Tower comes to shake shit up, okay? So regardless, there's going to be some sort of a revelation that happens, that kind of forces somebody to reveal either their feelings or release their fears and step into a position where they're taking the lead and they're taking charge. The bottom of the deck, I see the Ten of Cups and the Fool card, which tells me that, you know, somebody could be headed in a different direction, or maybe just even fighting with their emotions to figure out what it is that they want to do. Do I want to continue in this situation, right? Whether it be a marriage or a relationship, or even it could be a long-term partnership, or even a job, right? Someplace where you once found contentment, you were very happy, you were fulfilled there. I feel like now somebody is feeling like that chapter is coming to a close, and they might be thinking about heading in a different direction here, and starting a whole new chapter with someone else. Okay, and this may not resonate with all of you. This could be very specific to someone, but with the Fool here and the Moon, I do feel like somebody's overcoming their fears. Somebody's saying to hell with it and taking a leap of faith, and, you know, basically risking it all, saying, I want to start again, and this is what I'm going to pursue, because the Fool is ground zero, right? Pax light. This could be actual movement. Maybe, you know, some of you might be have desire to make a certain move, actual, you know, physical, geographic move, right, from one place to another, and certain things, certain fears, and have held you back, right? The blockages here, I feel like, are you holding yourself back, or your person holding themselves back from taking that leap, and moving, following their heart ultimately, right? What is the Tower here for the collective? Whoa, okay, I guess I'll take those two. Okay, yeah, and they came out in the reverse. You guys saw I flipped it. So with the Seven of Cups, I feel like somebody has options, right? Somebody has more than one options. Also, somebody could be feeling very confused. Again, and their fears are guiding them. Their fears are holding them back. But I feel like there's going to come a moment where something's going to be revealed. The Knight of Cups is like unfulfilled promises. With the Hierophant in the reverse, this talks about separation, separation in marriage, separation in relationship, separation in whatever partnership or long-term commitment. It also talks about, you know, in the reverse, like just not being able to conform, not wanting something traditional. Maybe maybe at some point you did, right? You had the marriage and the picket fence and all of that, and now it's kind of like whoever it is moving away from that and saying, you know what, maybe, you know, the values that I shared before with this person of like, oh, you know, I'm never getting divorced, or I'm never, you know, doing that for religious purposes. Now it's like, it's seeming like somebody wants to head in a different direction, okay? And some of you may have children with this person. Some of you, it just may be that you've been with your baby daddy or baby mama for a long time. And yeah, I just feel like the energy here is somebody looking at things differently, right? Trying to surrender and trying to gain insight as to what this situation is, right? How can I let my intuition guide me? Really, yeah, look, Two of Cups, because I feel somebody, oof, I gotta stop here because this is thick. Somebody here is, I feel like somebody came into your life collective, or you came into somebody else's life and literally flipped them on their head like this hangman. Like their world has been flipped upside down now, because the connection that they feel with you, or that you feel with them, is so strong that I feel like they are really afraid. But the Three of Wands says something is coming in, somebody's coming toward you, or you are going toward them. But there is a huge fear here. Oh my gosh, I gotta stop. There is a huge fear. Five of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Four of Cups. And I'm gonna take the Star. I am, because I thought about the Tower, and the Star comes after the Tower. This is Aquarius energy. You might be in Aquarius. I have a lot of major arcana here. I have the World, the Hierophant, both Emperor and the Empress. Okay, Venus energy. This is lots of love. The Tower, Scorpio energy, Cancer. I have Strength, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries for the Sun and the Strength card. But somebody here is super stressed out about either being left out in the cold, being rejected, or is stressed out with the thought that they are going to have to reject somebody. That ultimately, this situation here requires inevitably one person in this triangle is going to end up disappointed and hurt. And I feel like that is the fear here, right? With the Four of Cups, though, I feel like somebody feels like, I don't want to miss out on this opportunity. I never saw this coming, but here it is now. And I feel like somebody is just kind of in a place where they're reflecting, and they're like, you know, for a long time, either you or this person didn't feel anything. Not that you didn't feel anything, but you didn't feel that zest, that fire, that passion. And I feel like with the Empress here and the Emperor and the King of Wands, this is passion and love and attraction at its finest. With the Two of Cups, I feel like this person was never expecting to find this other person. This Two of Cups is soulmate energy. This is somebody who you feel a friendship with, even if you are attracted to each other, right? You could have strong sexual chemistry, but I'll tell you the truth. I don't feel like the people in this story here, for those of you who are experiencing a third-party situation, I don't feel like there's been sexual, like there hasn't been any intimacy in that way, right? Yet, but I do feel like either you or your person can feel a very strong tie to you, or to this connection, because there's this this level of friendship there that you're experiencing, where I feel like, again, whoever this is didn't expect it. They did not expect to feel this way. Wow. Ooh, collective. Yeah. And with the Three of Wands, I feel like somebody's waiting, trying to figure out, well, how do I leap? This is how do I leap? With the Star card here is like, this person is hopeful, and I feel like somebody here feels like this is their wish fulfillment. Like, this is my person, literally. Like, this is my person. And I know it's as jacked up as it sounds, right? But I feel like someone here feels a very strong pull in a different direction, and it could be somebody here who has been in a commitment for a very long time, has some sort of awakening or aha moment. I don't want this to be too long, but I am gonna pull for advice. Wow. Okay, new moon in Virgo, right? Somebody here, you know, might be setting intentions, you know, for clarity regarding this situation, on how to move forward, on, you know, what to do next. Wow. Give me the advice for the collective, for whoever this story is. Give me the advice. What is the advice? What is the advice for the collective? What is the advice? What is the advice? Advice for the collective. Yeah, divine, it's time. Wow. Oh my gosh. This is, you guys saw them. I'm not making this up. We got the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Two of Swords. We had the Two of Wands. Now we got the Two of Swords. And we have the Ten of Cups again. I haven't even looked at the bottom of the deck. I'll do that in just a second. But with the with the Wheel of Fortune, this is the closing out of a chapter, right? But this is about divine timing. And with so much major arcana here, I feel like this shift that's happening right now, somebody was calling in their soulmate. And right now we're in a time where that's exactly what's happening, right? Twin flames are coming into union, soulmates are coming into union. And so somebody here was manifesting their person, and there were pieces that were moved around and arranged to orchestrate this connection here. With the wheel, it says this is divine timing, and this was totally unexpected, but this is about good fortune, and this is about fate, fated energy, fated, this is about destiny. The Two of Swords says, yeah, someone here hasn't been able to make a decision, but in this card, I always look at it like the person is finally ready, because she's usually, the Two of Swords is like hands crossed, everything, like not doing anything. And here I feel like she's about to take off that blindfold, right? So it's kind of like, yeah, I've spent time thinking about this, pondering this. Now I'm ready to make a decision and move toward my heart, move toward what I want, move towards my happiness, what makes me happy. Yeah, the Four of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. So ultimately, somebody is going to have to do some healing, right? Somebody's coming out. Yeah, that nine of Swords there tells me, yeah, that somebody might take some time out for themselves to try to figure this out. So if you're dealing with somebody and they go quiet for a day or two, it could be that they're just trying to figure out how to move forward with this connection, because there's a strong soul tie here. Like, it's beautiful, but it's like bittersweet, because yeah, somebody does get left out in the cold, because what I'm sensing here, and I'm not seeing the Three of Swords, but I feel like I'm not seeing that Three of Swords because there hasn't been any like, you know, intimate kind of exchange with that third party. I do feel like it's just a very high vibrational connection. That is that soulmate energy. There's a lot of attraction, a lot of chemistry, but nothing's happened to that extent yet. What is the Two of Swords? Okay, I'm going to stop because this is just beautiful. We got the Sun again, and we've got the Five of Swords. Somebody's in their head, right? Somebody's having some sort of a mental struggle, right? Because again, they have to leave something or someone behind. But in order for them to manifest what it is that they want, oh my gosh, they're gonna have to walk away from someone or something because they're not fulfilled. It does not feel fulfilling. And it's so hard to say they're not happy there anymore, but it's not filling them in the way that they once were filled in the connection, right? So I feel like it could be there's still love, but they're not in love, that kind of thing, right? And so I feel like the energy right now is that, yeah, this person is trying to figure out how to surrender. So collective, if this is you, right now, what you're being asked to do is to allow yourself, a time to sit with source and get the guidance that you need. Stay in your power, stay in your light, stay in your truth. But also, right now, all you can do is allow things to unfold, and listen to your intuition, silence the noise. So maybe spend some time with yourself, so that you can be guided in the direction that your heart leads to. Because right now there's a lot of mental conflict, right? There's just there's internal turmoil. And if this is not you and this is not your person right now, then this is what you are or they are about to experience, because it's going to feel so intense, the connection, that they're not going to be able, or you are not going to be able to contain it anymore. So ultimately, what you're being asked to do is to follow your heart, follow your intuition, follow what brings you the most peace, the most joy, and the most happiness. Follow what resonates with your spirit, and who you're becoming, right? With your higher self. Okay, you guys, I am going to leave it there because this was beautiful and bittersweet at the same time. If this is your story, please let me know in the comments if this resonated. Let me know how. I'm sending you loads of peace, love, and light, because it's beautiful, but it's also, like I said, bittersweet, because ultimately, someone is going to experience some sort of rejection. If you enjoyed this reading, go ahead and give your girl a like. It helps my channel. Hopefully you already subscribed. If you haven't, I hope that you'll consider subscribing. It is free. If you're interested in a personal reading or in following me on my other social media platforms, which actually is just one because I deleted TikTok, all of that information is going to be in the description box below. I love you all so much. Sending you loads of peace, love, and light. Happy new moon in Virgo. Set your intentions and follow your heart.